Welcome, friends, once again to this topic of writing an essay. We looked at the structure and how the structure is divided into introduction, main body, and conclusion. Then we looked at how to build up an argument, how to give a counter argument, and then how to conclude, and then how to divide the essay equally into some 3 4 points and give equal weightage to them, and then arrive at a conclusion without introducing a new thought. Now, Now, what we're going to do is that we are going to look at the all three parts: the introduction, the main body, and conclusion. No. And then we are going to look at how to write them. My name is Vishal Arora. I have been teaching bubble ability for competitive examinations for the last 12 years. Hmm. I am IELTS, TOEIC, and a TFL certified trainer. And my novel Mad Dog Rides is available on all major platforms. You can go ahead and read it if you want to. So the structure is: introduction is there, main body is there, and then main idea is there, or conclusion is there. So let us let us do an exercise and let us write an essay from scratch. Let's start from the scratch. Okay. So is presidential form of government suitable for India? This is one essay topic. The second is the viability of presidential form of government. So both these are on the same topic, right? But the argument, the approach towards both these topics, both these essays would be different. So let's look at the introduction. Should be between 25 to 35 words. As I told you, it should be 10 to 15% of the essay, and should have a starting line where you start, and then it should have 3 4 points that would be expanded in the main idea. For example, the starting line is, you need to introduce the your thought process. The examiner has given you a topic, and now you need to start, uh, which gives an idea as to where you are going to take the essay forward. What are you going to do with the essay, right? So, the one starting line could be that the presidential form of government is practiced in many countries, for example, in the USA, but it is not suitable form of government in India, governance in India as. So now you have made your argument very clear by writing this. It is not a suitable form of governance in India. So you have made your argument very clear. Okay. Now, secondly, both parliamentary and presidential forms of government have the positives and negatives, but the presidential form of government would be more suitable in India because, again, you have given the clear-cut idea that you are in the favor of the presidential form of government. So you have made your point of view very clear. Third, the presidential form of governance is not viable for a diverse and large country like India. All right. So again, you have gone ahead and given a point of view that okay, this is how I am going to argue in the passage. This is what I am going to do. Now you add points. This is the starting line. I have given you three starting lines. And now you can go ahead and write. Okay. So the points are: it is a popular form of governments in many countries, and the president would be directly answerable to the people. It solves the problem of coalition government. Government would be more effective and responsible. Right. So these are the arguments that we have taken. I have taken four arguments. First of all, it is a popular form of government, so I am going to argue on that. The president would be directly answerable to the people. I am going to argue on that. It solves the problem of coalition government, so we are going to argue on that. And then the government would be more effective and responsible. So these are four statements or four point of view that we have taken, and then we are going to argue on this. So let's see. Both parliamentary and presidential form of government, both parliamentary and presidential form of government have the positives and negatives, but the presidential form of governance of would be more suitable in India because it is more direct and effective. First point, makes the government directly responsible. Second point, removes the uncertainty of coalition government. So I've taken all these arguments and then put them there in the opening lines, right? So this is the total words are 46 words, and this gives you the introduction to your essay. Okay, but there's a flaw. What is the flaw? I have marked that in red. The point is that you have taken a point of view very early in the passage, but the presidential form of government would be more suitable in India. So you have taken a stand. You have not argued and then arrived at a conclusion. You have taken a stand and then you're going to argue on that. Okay. So we should not do that very early in the beginning of the topic. So you should change this a bit. Both parliamentary and presidential form of government have their positives and negatives. The presidential form of government is more direct and effective and makes the government directly responsible and also removes the uncertainty of the coalition government. So these are the words. These are 37 words. Okay, and what I have done is that I have not taken a stand, but I have given statements that the presidential form of government is this. But whether I approve of it or whether I don't approve of it, that I would give in the conclusion and not in the introduction of the essay, right? So we have compared two form of government so that essay would be argument, counter argument type, and then we have introduced 3 4 points, and these 3 4 points we are going to expand in the main body. Remember that whatever you introduce in the introduction, you expand on that in the main body. Don't do like this, that you introduce something in the introduction and then go ahead and write something else in the main body. No. Don't do that. Okay. So you need to expand what is there in the introduction, right?